Hey, Dragon Slayers. It's been about 30 minutes since my last meal. I'm at 97. So I had sought out to do three 36-hour fasts per week, but I just haven't been consistent with it. I just haven't really been feeling it lately. So I'm going to try to drop my minimum down to two 36-hour fasts a week, which is still great. And that's the point, is that any step forward, any step that you are along your fasting journey is going to give you tremendous benefits. You don't have to be super hardcore all the time. So today's video is about how to do a 7-day fast. In the description below, I've linked my fasting series and it'll teach you how to get up to this point. Highly recommend that you don't start here. But I'm going to reiterate some of the things that I've shared before and give you some more benefits on why you would even want to do a 7-day fast. So some of the best advice that I can give, and I've said it time and time again, but it's lick salt. If you are fasting for more than 16 hours, you definitely want to lick salt. And it's going to make you feel fuller. It gives you the illusion of feeling fuller. So if you want to lick real salt or pink salt, drink 8 ounces of water every time you feel intense hunger pain on your fast. And that's going to really, really help you push through and make it to whatever length of fast you're trying to get through. So also staying hydrated is very important. When I'm fasting, I tend to not like to drink water, which I know sounds weird. Like I kind of lose my taste for water. So if I'm really struggling, I force myself to drink room temperature water, which is one thing I found is that room temperature water is easier to consume on a fast than cold water. I don't know why, but it's just easier for me to drink more water when I drink at room temperature. All other times, I love drinking ice cold water, but not when I'm doing extended fasting. So, herb teas. So, I prefer non caffeinated. I'm kind of sensitive to caffeine, but if you're not, or if you enjoy the caffeine, go ahead, use the caffeine. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you can have black coffee, herbal teas. I love spice teas. I find that spice teas with ginger or other spices just have a better flavor to me, and so I find it more enjoyable than just drinking plain water. You want to keep busy, whatever that means for you. Particularly in a 7-day fast, you should probably not be working out. You should just take a full break from the gym. You can walk, right? But I wouldn't lift weights. I wouldn't try to do any sort of strenuous exercise beyond walking. And you can read books, play video games, do anything you can to just stay active, but not exercise, right? So you want to avoid being around food, avoid smelling it, avoid looking at it, don't watch YouTube videos on it. If you can do this in isolation, it's best done in isolation, but that's not always realistic, especially for people that have families. But the more you avoid food, the easier any length of fast will be. So there's this cool article that I linked in the description below that talks about some of the phases that you'll go through up to a 7-day fast. So it says that at 12 hours, you'll start fasting, you'll start to produce ketosis in your body, which starts to break down and burn fat for energy. At 18 hours, you switch to fat burning mode and are generating significant ketones, which replace glucose as your primary source of fuel. After 24 hours, it's believed that your cells are recycling and components and breaking down misfolded proteins. Such and these proteins have misfolded proteins have been linked to Alzheimer's through a process which is called autophagy. So autophagy is what's breaking it down. That's after 24 hours. So after 48 hours, by the second or third day of fasting, your growth hormone level may have increased up to 5 times. After 54 hours, by around 60 hours into water fasting, your insulin has dropped to its lowest level and your body has become more sensitive to it. At 72 hours, your body will start breaking down and generating new immune cells. So I thought that was a really cool tidbit on just the breakdowns of what happens to your body over the course of fasting. for a person with prediabetes or diabetes or any sort of insulin sensitivity, which is 88% of everyone in America, the primary reason to fast is to lower your insulin. So your 3 day fasts are going to be the ultimate fast, cycling those for insulin resistance. But you don't have to start there, right? I'm giving you some guides and tips. If you want to do this, go ahead, try it. I think you might find it to be not as difficult as you imagined, but it also teaches you discipline. And the more discipline you have, the faster you'll achieve any goal. That's what I've got for you guys today. And remember that together you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.